Hello everyone. First of all, I thank Chintamani College of Commerce for giving us opportunity to prepare and present paper in virtual national conference. I am Dr. Ravikala. Myself and my colleague Mrs. Malati K jointly prepared a paper on a topic stakeholders perspectives on e-governance in education sector, a micro study. E-governance or electronic governance refers to using of information and communication technologies at various levels of the government and the public sector and beyond for the purpose of enhancing governance. E-governance solution in educational sector is very much essential for successful handling of all issues relating to the academic affairs and the challenges for smooth functioning of an educational institution. Statement of the problem. E-initiatives in education sector will bring about efficiency in its various systems subject to several challenges. To study the stakeholders' opinion on e-governance in education sector, present study is undertaken. The topic of the study is stakeholders' perspectives on e-governance in education sector, a micro study. Objectives of the study. To know about conceptual framework of e-governance in education sector, to know the various challenges for implementing e-initiatives in education sector, to analyze the respondents' perspectives on various elements of education process where e-initiatives can be implemented. Research methodology. Both the primary and secondary data were used. Primary data was collected from 180 respondents consisting of students, teachers and parents. Convenience sampling technique was utilized to select the respondents, 180 respondents from stakeholders. Percentage analysis and Likkert's 5-point scale were used to analyze the primary data. Secondary data was collected from reports, articles and other e-sources. So move on to various benefits of e-governance in education sector. Improved efficiency, increase in transparency and accountability of educational administrative activities. So easy and quicker preparation of reports. Harassment of the students can be reduced. Easy online information and submission of forms, payments becomes possible. Equal opportunity to access to information possible. So reduction of transaction cost, time, space and manpower possible. Move on to threats or challenges before e-initiatives in education sector. Huge cost on implementation of e-governance, resistance to change from various stakeholders, digital divide. Digital divide refers to the separation that exists between individuals. Mistrust on the technology used and financial security. Size and diversity of education sector. Finally, lack of awareness about the e-governance. So these are all various challenges before the implementation. So our topic concentrates on study of perspectives of stakeholders on e-initiatives. So 180 respondents were selected by following convenience sampling technique. So out of 180 respondents, 60 come under students category, 60 under teachers category and 60 under parents category. So move on to second table. So question was asked regarding whether e-initiatives would strengthen the governance in education sector and thereby quality of education. So respondents opined that e-initiatives would strengthen the governance in education sector and thereby quality of education. This is evident from the response given in the table. So 91% of the respondents said yes. So move on to table 3. Another question was asked to the respondents regarding their opinion on e-initiatives towards various processes of education sector. 12 important processes of education sector were selected: admission, administration, examination, scholarship, attendance, etc. Respondents were asked to rate their perspectives on 5-point scale. 5 marks allotted for strongly agree scale, 4 for agree scale, 3 for neutral scale and 2 for disagree scale and 1 for strongly disagree scale. And opinion of the respondents was gathered and mean scoring was calculated. Table 3 shows that for all the processes of education sector, mean scoring calculated was more than 4 and in majority cases it is more than 4.50. So this information proves that majority of the respondents, majority of the stakeholders favor e-initiatives towards various processes of education, or they strongly support or agree the e-initiative towards various processes of education. Thus, our hypothesis is being proved. So, saying that there is a significant association between e-governance in education sector and quality of education. So, table 2 and table 3 information proves our hypothesis. With this, we conclude saying that all the processes of education sector need the e-initiatives. E-governance can really improve the quality of education through transparency and accountability at internal as well as external level of governance. However, smooth conduct of e-governance implementation requires to address a lot of challenges or problems. Many of these problems require multi-level solutions with the help of public and private partnership. So thank you for the opportunity given.